Check this out, y'all. I made a video about this years ago. And before I introduce myself, before I get into the video, let me introduce myself to your best friend, your new best friend. And I'm back at doing this video again, and I'm gonna put my twist into it. Now that, at the time, I was personally going through it, but at the same time, it hit me at the time. It was like, yo, why are people staring at me? It made me feel it didn't make me feel comfortable. And it was to the point where I'm like, yo, should I say something to this person? Why are you even staring at me? I don't know you. It's disrespectful. I'm in New York all the time. And in New York, especially in the Bronx, right? For those of you who are from New York, if you've ever come across my videos, I know that you can't just stare at people. I talk to people all the time in New York, and for example, there was one point I was in Connecticut, New Haven, wherever, and people would just people that I knew that were from New York would tell me, yo, why do people stare here? Why? An example, I'm not saying only Connecticut does that, but in my videos, there's some people are commenting, which is cool, and I'm happy that I can be able to talk about this video, and what I'm going to talk about, I'm going to bring this back up, and I got a list of it, and I'm going to break it down to you and give you my own point. We're going to talk about 8 reasons why people will stare at you. And it's like, yo, how is it that these people have the time of day? You don't even know this person. You don't know what I'm capable of doing. And it's like I said in my previous videos, in my videos before, a lot of people have a lot to lose. Now, the way things are going now, you can't just sit there and just stare at people and just be thinking that, yo, people will really stare at you and it's like, yo, you don't know this person. For example, I always say, be careful when you're in public. Just don't stare at people. Me, when I'm in public, I don't stare at anybody. But you can't teach people to do anything. You can't teach people who to be. But where I'm going with this is that along the way, it don't bother me. It don't bother me. Who knows? I may be somebody, but I'm very careful myself. I don't like confrontation. I'm at a point in my life, I'm older. I have a lot to lose. The future is very bright for me. My life is really good. Of course, finances, I would definitely like my finances to get better, just like anyone else, But that's a part of life, and a part of life is just, I'm not willing to risk it all for anyone. Situations happen, I'm the first one to just go. And a lot of times, people don't understand when you're staring at someone that, it could really hurt you in the future, because communications, there's many ways of communicating, and staring has to be one of them. But I was reading my past video, someone was just talking about it just making them feel uncomfortable, which is very understandable. I used to feel like that, but I'm older, I'm focused on where I need to be. I just don't pay them attention. I just look the other way. But let me get into it. First, 8 reasons why people will stare at you. 1, physical appearance. People might stare at you because you stand out. You may have style. You may carry yourself a certain way. A lot of times people just admire you. People just look at you and yo, dang, and they look at you dang, this person is not paying attention to nobody. This person look clean. This person look fresh. I wonder if I grew my hair, right? Staring. This person may just be this kind of person. This person is famous. So this person look like this artist. Number 2, confidence. Or confidence comes in with the many ways. It could be just your body language, the way you just stand. If you're a person like me, I'm always by myself. When you see me, I'm walking, I have my head up, I'm turning, my chin, I'm short. I'm a short guy. but I'm not really short. But like I'm short, but the way I move and everything, and the way I walk tells you a lot about how I feel about myself. I'm always by myself. I'm not worried about anyone. I do admit. Look. I do admit. A female could be with a guy. Who knows, brother? It could be husband. I'm not. They just staring at me. Most of the women that I notice that do stare at me most of the time, they're always with a guy. So it could be a lot. I use myself as an example, and it could be your energy. It could be, that confidence draw attention. You know what I mean? I'm reading my list right now, so because I had to break this down thoroughly, because for those of you, I know it bothers you. People stare at you, but this is, that's number 2. 3. And this is one of the things to kind of get confusing too, but most of you who are not open to that, but maybe you want to look into it, social or cultural differences. I noticed when I went to Haiti for the first time, it was back in 2010. Man, at the time, the internet wasn't really as booming as it is right now. Like the world we are in now, everybody has a phone. With a phone, they have internet. You could get on YouTube. You could find out the latest trends, right? At that time, I popped up. I had my Jordans on. It was clean. Not saying that people in Haiti didn't have that, but it was after the earthquake. People were living in tents, and for me personally, I was visiting a sibling of mine, and it was a very beautiful time at the time. What I remember was when me and her was walking. I was with my father at the time, and we were just walking in my style. It's my first time in a long time as an adult at the time. Man, at the time, Levi's was popping, Jordans. I had a white beater on. I had, waves and everything at the time. I don't have my, I was thinking about growing my hair at the time, but I have, got a ponytail. But like, dumb stairs was crucial. I'm talking about like, people staring at you like. So it could be, culture that people just stare. You go places and, like, for example, I know, that was just one example when I went to Haiti. When I went to the continent of Africa, I went to 2 different countries, and I happened to get a lot of stares there too. And good thing that I visit other countries before, because I wouldn't really know, that would have been crazy, because I was getting a lot of stares right then and there too. But, social and culture difference, you know what I mean? It could be, people are just staring at you because they're curious about you. It's just the environment, you know what I mean? Number 4, it's something about you. It's something on you, it's something about you that it's just a curiosity. Like, people just look at you like, damn, I wonder about this person, never seen this person before. This person is always quiet. This person is always, to themselves. This person is always serious. So people tend to just look at you in that particular type of way and just stare like, it's just trying to figure you out. And which is understanding, but it's like, sometimes I understand, I was like, why are you staring at me that way? Like, do I know you? It's like, Number 5, and I'm sure a lot of you have had a time where you just stared at somebody and you didn't really mean it, but you were just trying to figure it out, which is a personal connection or recognition. So you may look at someone and then you just look at them and you're like, Like, it's something about this person that just, you know what I mean? I see a lot with women too. I see a lot with women where I could be out and about. I'm using myself as an example again, where they just stare. Where they just stare like, and then, ladies, y'all know how y'all are. You're like, and then the minute you look at them, like, and then when you turn your head, I see a lot with them women, you know what I mean? Which is cool, you know what I mean? But it's funny though. But it could be many things. And then the same type of women that I've seen that didn't, I reach out to them, I talk to them, we'll have a conversation. And I noticed that with one person or two, that they told me, I noticed when I seen you, you seem like a person that's just so focused, and I felt like that you're the kind of person I could talk to. You know what I mean? So for those of you that are wondering, like, okay, for a female, or that's just my personal experience, it could just be like they feel like a personal connection towards you, Sometimes like they just feel like they recognize you from somewhere. They see you somewhere like, hey, you know, was you at that party? Did we went to school? Did we walk together? Or you look like somebody who I know, you know. So there's be stuff like that, you know. So a lot of times too, they don't realize that they're staring too. Number 6, subconscious observation. I'm gonna read this out because I wrote a note. Some people stare without realizing it, just observing their surroundings or lost in thought. It might not be even be a direction intentionally, like it just, you know what I mean? So I had to break that down. I looked at that and I had to, you know. Number 7, for those of you that may not know, but this is what you will know. Attractiveness. So a lot of times you could be out and about, and to that, for this, one of this fellow new subscriber, it felt uncomfortable. It was this chick's looking at him. He had his hair braided. You know, I'm sorry that I ain't saying your YouTube channel, but if you know what I'm talking about, you wrote a comment, and that was what I was saying. You could be very attractive. You could be a person that they just admire you, like, dang, you know, I wish, you know, most guys could look like that. I wish that, you know, this girl, you know, that I'm seeing right here, dang, if only most girls could be that confident, be by themselves, you know what I mean? Most people just look at you because they're really attractive. They really find you attractive. This is one of the reasons why, too, I had to calm down and not really take things too personal. Especially at the gym, too. I'm going to say this. Now, like I said, I'm over here. I'm not trying to make it look like that I'm this guy, I'm this jock. Believe me, I'm not that tall. And I always say this, I'm not that kind of person that thinks that I think highly of myself because I'm real confident because I know where I came from. I know who I am. I know my weakness, I know my strengths. I do notice that a lot of women stare at me. Now, that doesn't mean that they all find me, they want to be with me, but they may find me attractive. I had a conversation with someone that I knew, and they told me, hey, yo, you're a gorgeous looking guy. You're a beautiful guy. You have nice skin, you have nice hair, you got a nice smile. And and a lot of women like that. You know, you're to yourself, you're focused. They like your personality, cool. You know what I mean? Attractiveness. Now, I'm not saying all women think that way about me. I can only talk about this because I heard this from many other women, you know? That makes sense, all right? And last but not least, number 8, confidence in authority. Let me read this out to you. If you have an assertive, an authoritative vibe, it can make people naturally look at you either because they respect you or feel your presence. All right, because hey, a lot of times too when you walk, and like I said, like the way I walk, right, I walk with a purpose. When I'm going somewhere, I'm not focused on anyone. I go for what I'm going for, especially when I'm going in the room, especially after work. I sit down, do my research, the way you call me do my job. And this is the problem with a lot of people, right? They'll come and then they're looking for the next person to talk to and have a conversation to talk about nothing. And that person that you're talking to about nothing, those people are not really going to connect. It's just for that moment. Me personally, I'm going to come in, I'm going to do my job, and I'm going to leave. When I speak, I'm going to speak. When I'm in a crowd with people, I'm not a person that speaks so much to myself. Only when you see me on YouTube, all right, cool. But I'm not a person that's going to sit there and just talk about this, that, trying to talk to this girl, talking to it. When time is right, time is right. But yo, I'm here with a purpose. I move with a purpose. If that makes sense. But where I'm going with this is this. I'm going to put this into conclusion. When people stare at you, I learned to just focus on me. You stare, cool. There's something about me in my head, this is what I put in my head, that you like and want. Because 9 times out of 10, a person that just don't like you and don't want to be around you, or just don't like you, they're not going to pay attention to you. Even if they're looking at you with jealousy, that's another thing too. A lot of people that look at you with jealousy, people who just don't like you, but 9 times out of 10, if you don't like this person, you don't like how they look, or this, that, and the third, why keep staring? So realistically, people tend to look and stare at you Because there's something about you that's very attractive. One time, there was one chick, right? This dude came in, I know him too. He was just focused on himself. He came to get me that. And I noticed that the chick she was looking at, she was looking at like, yo, he is so corny. He was so corny. He was coming in, he was vibing, laughing. She just looking at him, smiling, saying he's so corny, so corny. The minute he came and gave me dap and everything, and then she looked at him, and she smiled and said, he's so corny. And then she said hi to him, she said hi, and smiled. If he was so corny, I'm laughing about it because it was just like yesterday. If he was so corny, why you keep staring at him and telling him that he's corny and you smiling? Because you really like that. Most people tend to look at things and stare at things because it's something that about them that attractive. You know? So, like a long story short, if it's bothering that people are staring at you, don't let it get to you. Just focus on you, focus where you need to be. And if that person want to talk to you or want to come and talk, say something to you, they'll come and talk to you. You know, they could think the way they want to think. Because you only live once. God blessed you the way you are and the way you look. Whatever somebody look at and say about you, it's not your business. You know? But it's crazy because people will tend to stare and you don't know what a person is really going through. You don't know how this person may feel, and you're staring at them. This is, trust me, I know. But if you're this person that's just wondering like why, don't let it get to you. Focus on where you need to be, and get out of there. Don't pay attention because all they want is your energy. They want your time, and they're just curious about you and just wondering like how God made this beautiful person to be this person the way they are. Realistically, that's what they're thinking about. If that makes sense. But other people got many ideas. People are wicked, and you don't even want to think about it. But just focus on you and get to where you need to be. And trust me, you'll be alright. So again, if you like this video, I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe to your best friend, your new best friend. And I invite you guys to also, description below, comment pin to the top. Keep up with the latest luxury styles and trends at gorgeous271.com. Alright? Again, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.